How's it going, everybody? My name is Spencer Presley, and I'm one of the hosts of Shin Megami Tensei Network. It's the internet's #1 podcast all about Shin Megami Tensei and Persona. But I'm not here to talk to you about the podcast. I'm actually here to talk to you about the podcast Patreon. And in case you don't know what Patreon is a website kind of like Kickstarter, but instead of asking for one giant lump of money for a project, it's sort of like for a smaller project like YouTube videos or for a podcast example, for fans like you to help donate us and help keep the project going on a more regular basis without having to have long hiatuses thanks to money and all that fun stuff. So, basically, with Patreon, you can donate as little as $1 a month, or as much as you want, depending on how charitable you are feeling towards our podcast. And with that, you'll get different tiers, which you can check out on the Patreon account itself. But just as a quick little rundown, you can get access to our Patreon-only stream, which will let you know what we're doing with the podcast coming up and stuff like that, similar to our Facebook group. But also, the more money you donate, there are different tiers that'll help you, like, suggest what we talk about in future episodes. Or even, like, the max one right now is, hey, you tell us what episode you want and you be on it. So you basically get to help for one episode be on the show itself. And hopefully those might sound interesting to you. But if there are other reward tiers you'd be interested in, definitely let us know. These aren't concrete. We can totally change them at any time, depending on what the suggestion is. So yeah, if you can check it out, it'd be totally appreciated. This isn't just so, hey, we want to collect as much money for the podcast as possible. No, we actually have like goals in mind. Like as of right now, our first goal is $100 every month, and hopefully it doesn't seem too unreasonable. And with that, we'd be able to start doing the podcast weekly. And that's something we've really wanted to do for a long time. And with that, we'd be really happy because then we could start covering more in-depth things as opposed to what we do now is we usually just get the biggest news stories at the time. But obviously, we're going to miss a couple of things such as, oh, hey, a trailer's going on or there's a really good deal on some games, stuff like that. So you guys would never end up missing out on any news. And plus, it would give us more time to just ramble and do other crazy stuff like that. So hopefully you can check out the Patreon and donate. Even like $1 would be as appreciated as even $100 if someone was that crazy. But either way, if you can't donate, just sharing this video or sharing the link to the Patreon account or even just telling people about the podcast would be just as appreciated. Like anything is super, super appreciated, which I know I've used that word probably a million times too much already. But either way, I just want to say thank you, and if you actually made it through this video, thank you for watching. You can click anywhere, wherever I decide to put the link to the Patreon. It'll also be down in the description. And basically, yeah, just thank you for checking out the video. Please check out our Patreon, and hopefully I'll be able to do more YouTube video stuff in the future, because that's what I would really like to do. So, catch you later, guys.